All my life, trade unions have defended the rights of ordinary people, fought to get decent wage increase each year. As soon as I started work, I joined a trade union, and I'm still in the T&G union. I mean, literally, I think trade unions have done more than any political party to actually improve the quality of life for the mass majority of our population.
Except with inflation out of control now, Ken, surely the last thing we need is a lot of pay rises in the public sector. I mean, what is it about £50,000 a year for a 36-hour week that tube drivers don't like?
Yeah, but there aren't many workers earning that sort of money. The simple fact is that this level of inflation means that most people are seeing their real income go down, year by year. And we've got to tackle inflation.
Yes, but if you have pay rises in the public sector, that pushes inflation up, Ken.
Yeah, no, it doesn't put inflation up.
Of course it does. That's what pay rises do. Pay rises are inflationary.
Literally, we need to actually ensure that people that work in the public sector and the private sector are getting a decent wage increase each year, which matches the level of inflation. And inflation is higher than the vast majority of wage increases. But Ken,
that's like quicksand. That's 70s economics. I mean, we'll be bankrupt, within a generation if we do that.
Yes, but we're not in the mess we're in today because of trade unions. We're in the mess we're in today because we've got appalling government.
Well, there's another point. Are we in the mess today because of the trade unions? Because it was reported widely that school closures were as a result of union pressure, and in fact stay-at-home orders as well is something that trade unions were very firmly behind.
Our problem is that we have nothing like the level of investment in our economy that we used to have. And that's our problem. We need to see that private and public investment is matching the changes we need to see to keep our economy equal to major competitors like France and Germany.
But Ken,
we're badly behind them.
It's not investment, is it? It's borrowed billions.
No, it's you borrow money to invest, the economy grows, and you generate wealth, you can pay back the debt.
What about investing in our own
Robert,
people, Ken? We have the trade unions that support almost unlimited immigration into the UK, the supported European Union membership, which brought more immigration in, and that lowered the wages for the least well-off. It added more demands onto our public services. It meant our young people would emerge from school or university and wouldn't necessarily be able to find a good job because there's a massive pool of people that a company could draw from. Indeed, they could just find an app, indeed, and get a load of workers in at a lower rate than what would otherwise be expected to pay. The mass immigration harmed the interests of the least well-off, and the unions supported it because they're part of the establishment. The unions may well have had a good role to play in the past with collective bargaining, with making sure that workers got a better deal, but those times have changed, they have gone, and we need to move on with that. There is a role for some unions that will actually stand up for workers' rights where they exist. But the established trade unions that just support the line from the government, that support the European Union, support mass immigration, support these climate change policies, and worst of all, supported the lockdowns, closing schools and even universities being closed, damaging the life chances of our young people. A lot of that came from pressure from the trade unions that are more about their woke ideology rather than actually fighting for their individual members' rights.